Hello, everyone. My name is Lindsay DiCarlo, and I'm the Outreach and Recruitment Coordinator for the Doctor of Pharmacy program at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. We are here today with two amazing student ambassadors who are going to answer some common questions asked by prospective students. And if your questions aren't answered in our discussion today, then please don't hesitate to reach out to me, and I'll be happy to talk with you about our program. Without further ado, I'm delighted to welcome Natasha and Kelsey. Ladies, can you please introduce yourself? And Kelsey, why don't you start us off?
Hi, everyone. My name is Kelsey. I am a third-year pharmacy student. I completed my bachelor's degree in chemistry at a small liberal arts school called Luther College in Decorah, Iowa. And I'm not entirely sure what field of pharmacy I want to go into yet. I really like the idea of rural healthcare practice, and I am planning on exploring that a little further here in my third year.
And my name is Natasha. I'm also a third-year pharmacy student. I did 3 years of undergrad here at UW-Madison, so I actually did not get my bachelor's degree before coming to pharmacy school. And I would say the field that I'm interested in is called ambulatory care, but I'm also still trying to explore as I learn more about pharmacy.
Great. Thank you for introducing yourself and welcome. Can you please tell us a little bit why you chose to go into pharmacy?
So I chose to go into pharmacy because I actually have a brother who has type 1 diabetes. And with that disease, medicine is really important because without it, you would not be able to live. So for me, it's really important to know what medication is the correct medication, how much a patient should be given, and that's why I really want to do pharmacy.
And then I chose pharmacy because I always knew I wanted to go into healthcare. And then in undergrad, I discovered that I faint at the sight of blood. So I began looking into careers where that would not interfere with my practice. And I did a month-long internship at a small town community pharmacy in Decorah, where I went to college, and absolutely fell in love with the community aspect of it and how accessible a pharmacist is for people seeking out questions and answers in regards to their healthcare and their medication.
Good reasons to go into pharmacy. So there are a lot of schools to choose from for pharmacy schools, but why UW?
I chose UW because on my interview day, I came and felt at home. I felt very welcomed, not only to the school, but also the city of Madison. All of the faculty that I interacted with genuinely wanted to get to know me and get to know why I wanted to go into pharmacy school, what my interests were, and they had a lot of resources to help me achieve my goals. In addition, all of the students I spoke with had nothing but positive things to say about the program, and everything just felt really personable, and it felt like they wanted to do everything to help me be successful in my future career.
And then I chose UW because once I realized pharmacy was the career field I wanted to go into, I saw that UW, the School of Pharmacy, was having an open house. So I attended that open house, and with it, we did a lot of activities that I could see myself doing as a career. And then it was also really nice to see the students and faculty interact with each other, calling each other out by first name and just kind of making jokes with each other.
We are happy you chose UW. So that transition between undergrad and pharmacy school was probably pretty significant. Could you speak to some of those differences between undergrad and professional school?
So I would say the differences that I kind of saw with undergrad and pharmacy school are first, you kind of have like the classes you are taking are classes that are going to really benefit you once you become a pharmacist. So for me, it was kind of realizing that the things I learned during my first year of pharmacy school were things I was going to have to know the rest of my life. So it was kind of just changing that focus into these are things I want to not just learn for a test, but actually have to know.
Yeah, and I would echo Natasha on that a little bit. That was a huge realization that I came to starting pharmacy school as well. I always knew in undergrad that there was going to be another degree that I was going to pursue, and there was going to be more to achieving my career goals. And so the learning part is really, you really want to learn this stuff. In addition, I would say that pharmacy school is a lot of learning how to practice and interact with people, and a lot of that is not something you learn in undergrad. And we practice consulting patients and how to talk to people on the phone and how to interact with other healthcare providers. And I think that is that type of learning is way different than anything you learn in undergrad.
Thank you for that. So I'm sure pharmacy school is pretty challenging. What do you think those challenges are? Could you speak to that?
For me, the biggest challenges coming into pharmacy school were that I was moving to a completely new city, that I knew no one, and also starting a pretty rigorous program. And some of the biggest challenges for me were learning how to be social and make friends in a place that I didn't know anyone, as well as be successful in my program. And I kind of combated those challenges by making a schedule, setting out specific time that I would do extracurricular things outside of school, as well as form study groups and study partners that kind of formed into friendships, as well as helped with achieving my school goals as well.
I would say some of the challenges for me would be time management. Before coming into pharmacy school, I thought I was really great at managing my time. But with pharmacy school, one of our first orientation days, they showed us all the extracurriculars you could do, and I just fell in love with almost all of them. So for me, it was really hard to kind of just figure out like which ones did I actually really want to do, and how many things I should do, making sure that each thing I did well. So for me, it was just really time management, making sure I could keep up with my schoolwork, but also still get involved outside of school.
Awesome. So many of our listeners are probably deciding about one program or another. And I would like our listeners to hear about how our program supports you on your professional goals.
So kind of going off of that, there are a lot of extracurriculars, and through those extracurriculars, you get to meet a lot of other pharmacists and interact with them. And then when you go on your kind of clinical rotations, you also get to interact with a lot of different healthcare professionals. So I would say the school supports my professional goals by just kind of really allowing me to jump into the field of pharmacy.
And then to add on to the extracurriculars that they also have implementing a lot of named options into the program. So like for me personally, I'm interested in rural health, and there is a rural healthcare named option where you can take additional elective courses that help you dive into the rural health aspect of pharmacy. And especially in Wisconsin, there are a lot of rural areas, so you get to go out into some of these rural areas and really learn how healthcare and pharmacy are practiced there. So that's how they support some of my professional goals.
That's great. So last of this little round, and then we have another round of questions coming in a minute, but could you just end with our conversation here about what impresses you about our program outside of how the program supports your professional goals?
What impresses me most about this program is kind of builds off of how the school supports our professional goals. As a whole, the school implements a lot of things that can be uniquely tailored to each student. But in addition to that, all of the faculty and staff are genuinely not concerned because we all are very driven students, but like they want to see us succeed, and they thrive off of our feedback and interaction with students. And I think that just makes everything feel like a community, and that we all are learning together and we're all supporting each other, students, faculty, staff. And I think that interaction in the school is very impressive, and I didn't see that at other schools that I went and interviewed at.
To add on, I would say we definitely like the faculty really makes our school. With the faculty, they're involved in a lot of things as well. So for me, I was able to shadow some faculty to kind of figure out a little bit more about what I exactly like about pharmacy school. A lot of our faculty also does research, so I'm also in a research lab right now that I really enjoy. So I think besides being able to really be in a great pharmacy school, the faculty also allows us to really explore pharmacy more.
Great. Well, that was such fantastic insight. Thank you for talking with me today. But before we go, we're going to have a really quick lightning round where you guys are going to provide quick answers to the following questions. This should be fun, so keep listening. Ready to go? All right. So first question is, what do you do for fun in Madison?
So I go to the terrace that's kind of located on main campus, but they have a nice outdoor area that you can eat, have something to drink, and hang out by the lake.
And I joined an outdoors club at UW called Hoofers, and this past year I've been learning how to sail, and that's really fun.
That sounds fun. What's your favorite restaurant in Madison?
So since I worked here as undergrad, I actually was a waitress. I worked at the Nitty Gritty. It's a really cool restaurant, especially if it's your birthday. So I would definitely plan to go there if you're in Madison.
And then my favorite is Ha Long Bay on Willie Street. It is a Thai restaurant, and it is absolutely delicious. They have the best pho I've ever had in my life.
That's good. And what's your favorite UW-Madison tradition?
So every year on Bascom Hill, which is the main part of campus, they put up flamingos on the hill. That kind of started off as a prank by some of the UW students, and now we just do it every year.
And I love the good old jump around tradition. Everybody knows it, even if you're not a Badger fan, everybody knows the jump around, and I think that's just really awesome. It is a national known tradition.
Maybe we should have built in the jump around into this video.
That was pretty funny.
What's your favorite spot on campus?
So it's actually located pretty close to the pharmacy school. It's Picnic Point, so whenever I had a long day at school and I didn't get a good chance to go outside, I can go for a quick walk and get to hang out by the lake and get some outdoors.
And then my favorite spot actually goes back to what Natasha likes to do for fun. I love the Memorial Terrace. It's really all, you can sit out there, watch all the sailboats, watch the sunset, listen to some live music. It's a really great spot.
Both spots are absolutely beautiful. What's your favorite School of Pharmacy tradition?
So we actually have monthly ice creams with the alumni. So it's always just like a great thing coming after, a long lecture, being able to go outside to the atrium and have some ice cream with the alumni.
And then I love during finals week, the school brings in dogs for everyone to pet. So there's a time in the middle of the day where you can take a break from studying and go get to know all the service dogs that come in. There are like 5, so you get lots of dog pets.
Ice cream and dogs, what's not to love, right?
Exactly.
All right, and to wrap everything up, can you please tell us your favorite Babcock ice cream flavor?
So I like mocha macchiato. It has a little bit of coffee in it, and I think I run on coffee these days.
And I think every flavor is delicious. I don't think I've gotten the same one every time that I've gone there. I get a new one every time because they always have new flavors.
Chocolate peanut butter every time. I'm the opposite. Same thing. All right. Well, thank you, Kelsey. Thank you, Natasha, for taking time out of your summer to talk with us. In the midst of everything that's going on, we appreciate your time and insight about our school and about your experiences as students at the University of Wisconsin School of Pharmacy. To any of the prospective students listening, please remember, if you have any questions, if you would like to learn more about our program or have an opportunity to talk with some of our students, then don't hesitate, reach out to me. My email is lindsay.decarlo lindsey.carlo@wisc.edu. That is lindsey.DECARLO@wisc.edu. I'm delighted to talk with you, and I hope you reach out. Take care, everybody. Bye.